Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you. How are you doing? I bring you greetings in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus. The video I am about to show you and the things I want to read, should I say this was born out of some kind of, sad feelings from what I read, people say. I have read from somebody who wrote that the reasons why Apostle Johnson Suleman is always in the news is because of his affiliation with the late Archbishop Benson Idahosa. Of all the times that I knew of Archbishop Benson Idahosa, I actually didn't know him to be scandalous as it has to do with women. There was no scandal actually that I knew of Archbishop Benson Idahosa. If anybody should criticize him, it might be because of, that he made prosperity gospel popular in Nigeria. That is one. Another person said that the reasons why Johnson Suleman is always in the news is because of his involvement, because of his crusades. And the last time I checked, I still know a pastor that at some point in time was doing crusades every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, he almost has traveled all over the states in Nigeria. Even when it was like, don't go to the northern part of the country, he was in Kano, he was in Kaduna, he was in Nasarawa and all those states. And I think he was also in Sokoto, he was in Jigawa, he was in Taraba, and as he is doing this, or as he was doing it in Nigeria, he was also doing it outside of Nigeria. Now, so the fact that somebody is getting engaged, I know that the devil can become an obstacle to a child of God, a man of God, so to speak, in order to create some kind of unwelcome identity for the person that will make people to doubt him. But that is not to say that because of crusades. I do not know how many times Suleman does crusade in a year, but I do not think he does crusade even every month. And even if he does that, that would not be the reason. I see no young pastors that during COVID-19, they were doing service every day, Monday to Saturday, Monday to Saturday, Monday to Saturday. And so that is not the reason why we should say, okay, that is why, but that is it, by the way. Now, I want to read to you what I saw on the net, and it is everywhere. Some of you may not have seen it, some have seen it. But then I'll have some questions, to ask, actually, emanating from the contents of the post that was done from Halimar Abubakar's camp. Now, it is very, very, very indicting, but then there are some kind of claims that were there, and there are certain things I also found about Halimar Abubakar, some of her claims that seem not to be agreeing with what I saw in this. Now, before you tag me damage controller for Johnson Suleman, hey, relax. This video will be in two parts. I really have some questions and I really have some kind of correlations to look at. God bless you. I'll be seeing you right after this intro. You are welcome to the End Time Truth Television, the channel for the lovers of truth, for the truth of the end time. So if you are a lover of truth, give us a subscription and God bless you. Shalom. So here is Halimar Abubakar's sister accusing Suleman of dumping her sister even after an introduction was done. Now, this introduction, I wouldn't know if it is the normal traditional introduction or cultural introduction that takes place, between the families. Now, a man that wants to ask for a lady's hand in marriage goes to the family for what we call formal introduction. Now, introducing himself to the family members of the lady that he wants to marry, or was it just a nominal and casual introduction? But the tone of the posting suggests that there was actually marriage intended. Recall that Halimar Abubakar, which is the part of the videos I will treat tomorrow, or I will treat in the next part. Halimar Abubakar had claimed that she never knew that Apostle Johnson Suleman was married, that Johnson Suleman told her that he was divorced but had 3 kids. Now, I tried to find out, please, if you know of this about Halimar Abubakar, as per why she may not know or she knew and actually, was living in denial. According to her post, is Halimar Abubakar a Muslim or a Christian? I understand that she hails from Kogi State, but she was born in Kano and raised up in Kano. So she spent most of her life growing up in Kano. So, but what I didn't find out, what I don't know about her was if she happens to be a Christian or a Muslim. Now that will help us to define the reason why she may not actually know Apostle Johnson Suleman. Because there is actually a fresh post from Halimar Abubakar's sister that claimed that Johnson Suleman indeed engaged Halimar Abubakar. She said, "I am not my sister. I am her manager. Let's be guided, please. At least, being human is still a thing. I will stand with her. I will fight for her. We are a united family. We will see you in court, Johnson Suleman. You gave my sister a ring, for God's sake. Salam." Okay, so twists are really coming out, if we are to go through what her sister wrote here, which I'm going to read to you. Sister of controversial Nollywood actress Halimar Abubakar has alleged the General Overseer of Omega Fire Ministries, OFM, Apostle Johnson Suleman, owed the ailing actress 2 kids. The embattled actress sister cum manager has shown no signs of slowing down as she has continued to fire shots at Suleman over Halimar's condition. Recall that Halimar has been said to be very, very ill. She alleged that the apostle was the one who wooed the film star all by himself, forcing an introduction on their family in 2019. 2019 was when the alleged introduction took place. According to her, they have many framed photos of Suleman in their family house, yet he denies knowing the ailing actress who she noted halted 4 years of her life waiting for him. Now, if we're to calculate 4 years from now, from 2019, it means that Halimar has actually waited for Suleman from 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, which is actually 3 years. Could it mean that they met before that time? So which may date back to 2018, 2019, and 2020, 2019, 20, 21, 22, or could it be that they met in 2017? Any of this. Now, there is something I will show you that is also linked to Halimar Abubakar. This write-up continues. According to her, they have many framed photos of Suleman in their family house, yet he denies knowing the ailing actress who she noted halted 4 years of her life waiting for Suleman. Halimar's sister also claimed that she had to forgo an appointment from her state government because of the condition which has persisted for years. The post reads thus: Suleman, you owe Halimar 2 kids. You owe her a mountain of blood. I wonder why you chose to be heartless. You made this lady wait for 4 years plus, knowing she was bleeding, and not a word from you. What do you want to do with her? Is it not enough? You are wicked. You told her to wait for you to find out why, knowing well what you did. Giving you space is not possible. How many women have you done this to? You said it yourself that you can't solve it. Why can't you solve it? Then you disappeared, not a word since, with all the calls, texts, etc. Sule, she believed you. Nigerians, this man is dangerous and a hazard to the society. Protect yourselves from people like this. Don't allow Sule use you for damage control, please. Don't involve yourself in this. We don't need you to call us names. If we go in on you, Nollywood people, you will join him. Sule is master in lying. Don't play with her life. Your lies and manipulative and the mean heart will suffer this. Johnson Suleman, wake up and you untie her. You must untie her. You owe her 2 kids, you evil man. Not even how is your health? For 4 years, my sister must survive. Now, when we look at this in the issue of this man owing Halimar mountain of blood and 2 kids, and a certain Otobo came to heart.
Threatening me, all this stuff. So the guy was like, do you want to kill this girl? Leave her alone. And I've had some bad experience with him. He gave me something to drink that almost killed me. Suleman when I came to see him in Lagos in the hotel, he gave me something that almost killed me. So I thought.
Now, but the surprising thing is that if you count 4 years plus from now, let's add 2022 to be the plus. That means you are counting 2021, 2020, 2019, and 2018. That is 4 years plus. So which means that, smarting from the scandal of Stephanie Otobo, now the next one was actually this Halimar. And the truth is that the modus seems to be the same. However, like I said, there are some certain things that I'm going to put into play, and we're going to consider it also. I may not actually summarize on this video, but then we're going to look it together. I'm going to ask a question that will sound like a poser, and you may be the one to give us what you think. Now, so 2018, 19, 20, 21 plus 22, which in 2022, this whole thing starts coming out. And you see, when she talked about mountain of blood and 2 kids, now, like I said, what came to mind was that there was a certain Stephanie Otobo who came out and said she conceived, she became pregnant for, I will use the word allegedly, for the man in the picture, Johnson Suleman. And when she went to him, he allegedly gave her something to drink. And that, caused something within her, and she miscarried. She lost the baby. Ostensibly, she claimed that she was, forced to abort the baby. Now, this person said 2 kids and mountain of blood. Could it be that eventually Halimar also in the process became pregnant and was made to abort the babies? Now, we don't know, but it is sounding that as though she is asking, don't play with her life. My sister must survive. Now, the accusation and the allegation has been that for this long time that this lady has been bleeding and this lady has been sick, that, the person involved, whom they claimed to have relationship together with, had not actually, called to say, how are you doing? She said here, recruiting actors against her and still tarnish her person. To them, you have been doing it. She was calling to see you and get well, but your crusade never finished for 4 years now. I started by talking about crusade. Somebody said that the reason why Johnson Suleman is getting all these scandals is because of his crusades. And so here for 4 years, Halimar's sister claimed was asking, your crusade never finished for 4 years. And so you knew, and that's why you were running. If not, why you run? I'm shocked that you still denying her when your frames are all over the house. And so the issue of the frames here now is that, you see, anybody can get frames anywhere. So that is the question now. Should it be that they took pictures together with Sule? Could it be that the day of the introduction, the alleged introduction, that there was a kind of, a group picture, a group photograph that was taken that day? Or could it be that, when they go out to hang out, himself and the woman in the picture, could it be that there was a kind of, pictures that was taken and they were framed? Because when we talk of frames, the pictures of Apostle Johnson Suleman are everywhere. So you can actually get his pictures everywhere and frame it, however you want. But if there are specific ones which she claimed, in the house, well, we do not know. Not a single word. No, you must stop. You called her yourself. No one introduced her to you, Sule. You called her yourself. You chased her. You forced introduction to my family. 2009 till date, maybe 2019, Sule, you playing with fire. Rivers State University, run when you see this man called Johnson. I do not know what Rivers State University has to do with this. Supporting you in your lies won't work. Anyone who involves his or herself will be tagged a bloodsucker. All of you supporting nonsense. No be Sule again. Sule, why do they bleed? They know the truth. Why do they bleed? They know the truth. Do you know what for 4 to 5 years is? No, you don't. You kept her at home like one doll without friends. You badmouthed everyone to her. You know how long my sister tried for you. No one deserves this. We repeat, it is you we know. Let me just say it since to see you na tickets. Someone saying he owes her nothing, knows nothing. He owes her 2 babies. Reiteration. She could not serve her state when she got appointed 2 years ago. Hence, why we didn't share the news. So many things she missed. We no need your money, bunch of liars. Now, I think this, would actually maybe referring to the fact that they said she needed money from Johnson Suleman. Now, the question I want to ask here is, if this relationship have been around for 4 to 5 years now, there is, an interview or a post that was made. In fact, there are two by Halimar Abubakar. One of them was actually in 2014, no, 2016. And I will read it here, where she claimed to be a virgin. Here, Vanguard carried it 29th July 2016. So she said, and the reporter here is Rotimi Agbana. Controversial Nollywood actress Halimar Abubakar has revealed that she is still a virgin, but can't wait to have sex for the first time and begin to have kids. The 31-year-old curvy actress who recently laid bare her mind on marriage made the mouth-gaping revelation on her Instagram page, causing a myriad of mixed reactions and comments from her fans and followers. So in her words, she said, "Can't wait to be deflowered and have kids. Please don't preach on this post. The world has heard enough," quotes, she wrote. After receiving series of backlashes in the comment section of her page from her fans, she quickly deleted the post and replaced it with "Can't wait to have kids," she later wrote. Now, as if that was not enough, she repeated something similar in 2018, and it was still carried by the same Vanguard, October 19, 2018. And this was carried by Adetutu Adesoji. Nollywood actress Halimar Abubakar has revealed that she is a virgin, to the disbelief of many. According to the alluring screen diva, she is anticipating sexual experience, but not until she signs the dotted lines. Halimar made this surprise revelation on her Instagram page, as she also advocated for special love towards virgins like herself. "Can't wait to experience sex when I get married. We virgins need special love too. Protect your vibe. #positive vibes," she wrote. So from what I just read to you now, the question you should ask yourself should be, was it then Apostle Johnson Suleman that deflowered Halimar Abubakar? Now, somebody may say that this might be a kind of a sarcasm. I wouldn't know, but that is not to say that it is impossible. Just that the society of today makes it look like extremely an impossible feat, more so for a woman like her, who actually shot into limelight. I got to know Halimar Abubakar in the same level with Kosi Ojiako. If I mention Kosi Ojiako, if you're familiar with the Nollywood industry, you would know what Kosi Ojiako is known for. Breast. And to me, at that time, it's like they don't have brains. I'm not trying to be insulting, but the only thing that Kosi Ojiako knows how to use well is her breast, and and that did not do her any good. And so when Halimar came out, I think in 2014, and followed that trend, she came out that time, and she didn't sell. She went back in until she reinvented herself. Now, there was an interview that she granted a news tabloid, Prime News Nigeria, and it was titled "Day I Cried Over My Boyfriend," actress Halimar Abubakar. And this was Sunday, October 12th, 2014. Remember, it's 2014, and 2016 and 2018, she made this, claim of still remaining a virgin. I know that people can be in relationship, and it is possible that people can be in relationship and still keep themselves. Now, she was asked a question in this interview. It was said, how do you put aside issues that are bothering you when you want to act? She answered, sometimes I just cry. I can cry anywhere, anytime. Trust me, I don't have shame when it comes to crying. I once cried at a supermarket when I was telling a lady who sells shoes. I don't even know her, but I was just telling her about my boyfriend. It's not everyone you can do that to because they will start talking when you leave. But I don't behave like nothing is happening where there is something because we all have private lives. So considering this and juxtaposing it with the claim that this thing has lasted for 4 years, then could it be that because of her, anticipation of being deflowered on the marriage, until she got married, and then she saw somebody, according to her, who presented himself to her as someone that was single, and then probably marriage was discussed and introduction was done, and boom, the thing started happening. So to me, if we are to take her seriously, that was, being inconsistent with her own vows. Except somebody will come and tell me that no, she was just being sarcastic, that she didn't mean it. But then she's the only one that can prove this. Now, before Foot Soldiers, comes around, I want you to understand that I don't have anything against Johnson Suleman. I told somebody that there was a day I finished, editing a video of Johnson Suleman, and I wanted to upload the video. I looked at the picture of the man, and there was this kind of, pity that surged from the inside of me. So it is not as if I enjoy seeing this kind of scandals. But then the next video I will do on this will help you understand that, in fact, the man is not helping himself out. He is helping to make the scandals not to go away because he is employing the same tactics that has never worked for him. Mind you, I didn't produce any of these videos. I didn't produce any of the news. I saw them online. I only just gave it a voice. Some of them happen to be on print media. So I, adapted it so that you can hear it and probably watch it as a video. Well, let's know what you think about this. Now, 4 to 5 years, the blood issue, the mountain of blood and the 2 kids, what do you think about them? Do you think it is the same thing that happened, during the time of Otobo, that Otobo alleged that she was induced and she didn't know, she drank something that made her lose a baby? Could it be the thunder striking twice, not in the same place now, but in similarity? And other things that I pointed out to you here was Halimar actually a virgin before he allegedly met Johnson Suleman, and probably because she was not experienced, now she kept, getting pregnant for this prospective husband. But then the question is, can somebody who wants to marry you actually ask you to abort? And can somebody who wants to marry you be so persistent in wanting to take you to bed? Well, to some of you, it might be normal because I've even seen an acclaimed, alleged Christian preacher who said people must sleep with themselves before they get married. So it might be a norm to so many of you, but it is an abomination in the sight of God. Well, anyway, let's know what you think about the video. Till I come your way again, I will do part 2 of this video soon. Till then, from me to you, shalom.